Hello everyone. You have your travel authorization approved, which is your BA25, and now it's time for you to begin making travel arrangements. Typically, there are three primary expenses with travel. Two of these expenses are your conference registration and your conference airfare. You can pay for both of these by using a college pro card. If you do not have a pro card, contact your dean and he or she will be able to help you. The other expense associated with travel is considered a reimbursement. Reimbursements include your hotel, food, and airport transportation. You will be required to use your own credit card or pay cash for these expenses during your trip. When purchasing your plane ticket or paying your conference registration, you will need to submit a completed BA8. This is an example of a BA8. In this document, you will need to fill out the following: the date, the type of payment, which is a procurement card, the name of the person making the expenditure, and the name of the person who is the actual card holder. You will need to provide your vendor information, which is your conference, and your deliver to, which is Gateway Community and Technical College. You will also need to include the bona fide business purpose. I recommend you use the same justification you used for your BA25 travel authorization form. This next section is the most important of the document. It is the budget line your expenses will be paid for out of your trip. You will need to use the account budget string Sandy emailed you with your Perkins request approval. You will need to put in the amount, the business unit, the account, fund, department, program, class, grant, and fiscal year. Sandy has provided this information for you right here in the body of her email. There is one catch that you need to pay close attention to, and that is the account that has the double asterisk. If you are traveling in-state, you will use 50110. If you are traveling out of state, you will use 50120 in this blank. The next thing you will need to do is provide your quantity, what it is, a brief description, and the unit price. This total price and grand total will automatically calculate for you. So in this example, I paid for my attendance for the conference, Amy Carino's attendance, and Robin Stocksliger's attendance for the conference. I entered in the unit price and it gave me my grand total. Once you have completed this document, you will need to print it and begin collecting all supporting paperwork for you to submit this form to the business office. If you are not the Pro Card holder that paid for this purchase, you will need to complete this document, the Kctcs Procurement Card Agreement. This document just gives permission between you, the person who is requesting something to be purchased, and the person who is the owner of the card are equally knowledgeable and aware that you are in fact using their card. I have attached this document to the body of this email just in case you might need to use it. Next, you will need a copy of your signed and approved travel authorization form, the BA25. You will also need a copy of your Perkins Grant Funding Professional Development Travel Request Form that has also been signed by you, your supervisor, and the authorized signatory. I also recommend that you print off the email that Sandy sent to you that has all of your information. The agenda for your conference. The last document you will need is either the receipt of your conference registration purchase or the receipt of your airline ticket purchase and the itinerary of your flight. If you purchase both those things, the conference and a registration, you will be required to make a separate BA8 document for each individual purchase. So you would do one for your conference registration, and you would also do one for your flight. Once you've collected all of your paperwork, make a copy of everything, sign it, and forward the document to person requesting expenditure. So in this example, that was me. You will also need to get the supervisor to sign the document. And if you are not the Pro card holder, you will also need to get that individual's signature and that person's supervisor as well. Finally, you will need to send it to Sandy for the budget authorization signature. This document must then be funneled back to the original cardholder, so she or he will be responsible for submitting paperwork within the month. All paperwork must be submitted by the 19th of the month to your original Pro card holder or the person who has made your purchase. They only have 72 hours to then submit their paperwork to the business office so that all paperwork can be completed in a timely fashion. And this is the process for how to complete a BA8. I will be doing a third video on how to complete your online travel reimbursement paperwork, and I'll have that one done and sent out to each of you within the next few weeks. Again, please feel free to call me at 21707 or send me an email if you have any questions.